So I made a mistake when I was trying to adjust the seat here on my Liquid Logic Remix. I unscrewed one of the bolts all the way, and you're not supposed to. You're just supposed to take it out part of the way, just unscrew it enough to be loose, and you can shift the seat back and forth. Unfortunately, what happens when you do that is the bolt can fall out, and you have to take it apart a little bit more to access the seat for this bolt, so you can get the seat correctly installed and not shaking, and obviously not leaking as well. The way you access it, and it wasn't easy to find this, and there's a few steps to it, but you have to take out the other screw completely, pull this toward you, and you can see when I do this, there's a channel in this part of the seat. Maybe you can see it, and you just need to sit the bolt right into it. So in this angle, maybe you can see that. You can see the bolt that didn't fall out in there, and I can maybe slide this one right in and have both of them in here and get them lined up. Okay, so there's a groove. Can I get it in this way? Yeah, boom. It's just going to slide right in. Okay, now the tricky part is getting it lined up with these holes up here and with the seat involved. So that's what I'm going to do next. So if you look in closely, you can actually see with a skinny screwdriver how the bolt's in here, and you can move it back and forth until you get it lined up just right. Now what I'm going to want to do is get this to hold the seat back in place, also lined up. So those are kind of lined up, not great, but I'll get this one lined up and hopefully get all three parts, the bolt, this seat back holder, and the boat hull lined up so that I can get the screws back in. Alright, that looks good. And get one, and now I'll get the other. So come on over, seat rest holder, and kind of move because there's those groove channels. And you can get that one lined up, get this one lined up. Alright, I'm going to put that screwdriver in place, see if I can't hold this steady. This one is close, but it's not. I'll hold it at an angle. I have to put some tension on there, I think. I'll have to get rid of this then. That's what headlamps are for. I can tell it's seated because it actually tightens up nicely once it is. Now I just got to line up the other side and get the second screw in, and I'll be good to go again. Should be nice. Try to loosen this one up a little bit because it won't shift otherwise. It's probably the exact amount that I'm supposed to have it loose to be able to adjust the seat in the first place. Alright, so that's all the way in. Get this in. All right. So after way more effort than I wanted, I got this seat finally back together. I got my bolt in, it's solid. I just need to reconnect here, put my hip pad in. I've seen people use paper on this side to keep the Velcro from sticking, but I can just kind of put it in like this because I've got some room to move. Nice and well seated in there. Yep. And then pull this back far enough that I can get this in here without breaking it. Alright, the seat is ready to go again. Yeah, the lesson here is do not untighten, or rather loosen these screws too much, because it's a pain in the ass to figure out how to put it back together. If you do that by accident, hopefully this will help you figure out how to fix your boat.